Right, so, boom! Come on! Back with my best friend again.
I hear you.
I'm with my best friend, bro. Lines me up.
Likewise, one of my best friends.
Lines me up. Yeah? Remember, I'm telling you all the time, yeah, one of the things that people are always usually asking is, yo, how do I trim my balls or groom myself without cutting myself and just making it neat and tidy? And before, I never knew the answer to it. I didn't know. I was doing all kinds of stuff. I went and used the scissors. I remember we did an episode, 12 Things Men Fear But Don't Talk About. You can go and watch that back. I had openly said I use scissors. Dan and Calum looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. Yeah, it was a bit patchy and it was all kinds of stuff going on. Do you know what? Since I've been using the Manscaped, yeah, what's this one?
Lawnmower 4.0.
Since I've been using this one, yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, I feel pissed about my ex.
Oh.
I really do. Because I'm like, you know what? That whole time, I was just delivering the uneven leveled. Do you understand what I'm saying?
She deserved better than that.
She deserved way better than that. Do you know what I mean? Now it's just nice, it's neat, it's one level. You know what? You can get right on the thing. It doesn't cut. Like it's not one of them things. You see when you use a shave for your, don't use it for your face. Yeah. But
no, you can use it for your face.
Okay, you can use it for your face. But sometimes you just can cut yourself with the proper ones and that. Yeah. This one you can get as close as you want.
You can touch the balls.
You can touch the balls.
Safeguard technology with a ceramic blade.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I tend to usually do is I usually just go light around it like that, and then I just go all around the thing like boom, 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 and it's nice. But if I ever do touch it, it's fine. It doesn't really. It
won't cut you.
It will not cut you, ladies. Let me tell you this, yeah. If you feel like this would be a great gift for your guy.
I was just about to say Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming.
This is an excellent.
What do you think
present.
your guy wants? Sometimes you got to think outside of the box. He doesn't even realize that this is the important necessary.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
Great present for Christmas. So you need to go and do that. I tell you one thing, you can get 20% off
and free shipping.
Right.
If you go to the link below in the description, buy it there.
Yeah, 20% off.
20% off and free shipping. You can get different packages as well. There's a weed whacker, which is like a nose and ear trimmer.
Oh yeah.
You got the ball deodorant, the ball toner over there.
Yeah, the ball toner.
Get it smelling nice.
This is. I mean, the thing is, I'm be honest with you. I don't use my balls. Are not really. I don't have the stench-ish kind of vibe, but I'd still recommend this anyway.
Still very good.
And like the balls toner, I've noticed that when you put the balls toner, it makes your balls feel a little warm for a moment and that. You notice
but
that.
It's proper soft.
Really
it makes the
yeah.
skin super soft.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow.
So you know what? I'd recommend it. Get 20% off and free shipping. All you need to do, click the link below and go and grab that. Yeah? Neat. Light hiccup, but we're here. We got here in the end. Bear rushing around. A lot of things happening in that. And you know what, yeah? I'm such a random guy, yeah? What's your name, my bro? Connor.
Yeah.
So Connor hit me and was like, yo, I got some fruits and that. Do you know what I mean? I want to like drop a batch in that. So I was like, you know what? I'm due to get something because I keep seeing these on the gram and that. Yeah, I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to get one. Link me by the studio though. And actually, I was going to link you after we recorded and then just get it in that. But then I thought, nah, man. Come and just come here and then you can just give it to me here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Makes sense, man.
So firstly, and this is what I'm going to do as well, yeah? So I want you to keep this in mind, yeah? At the end of every episode, I always ask people, what is one thing that everyone needs to know about? So it can be anything. It could be a brand, it could be a do-rag, it could be a book, it could be anything, not associated to you though, because obviously we're going to talk about. So it's got maybe something you read, something you saw, a documentary, whatever. My one is going to be this, even though I ain't tried it yet. I'm doing my thing at the end, at the beginning.
Got you.
So firstly, like, where are you from?
Croydon,
yeah.
Croydon, yeah.
And how did you get into this?
Lockdown, basically. So at the start of lockdown, I wanted to sort of protect myself, innit, from COVID, obviously. So I started eating fruits. I'm into fruits and health anyway, but I just upped it a little bit at the start of lockdown. So I was mixing drinks, I was making health gummies, I was doing literally everything.
What do you mean? How do you just make health gummies? Like, before that, what was you doing?
So what, before lockdown?
Before lockdown?
Yeah, smoothies. I was just into that, smoothies and stuff like that. For work, I was working in the charity sector.
Right.
Yeah, so that's like my background. So for the last 7 years or so, I was working with a charity called Better in Education.
Nice.
So my good friend Colvin started that charity. It's based in Croydon, helping young people from the age of 16 to 24 to develop employability skills, soft skills, etc. So that was my kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, with like the start of lockdown, things changed. I wanted to sort of start my own thing, but I wasn't sure of what it was. But I thought to myself, let me give myself time to kind of explore and see what's out there, see what I can do.
Yeah.
So in doing that, I said, you know what, let me charge myself up the right way. Let me eat good food.
Yeah.
Drink smoothies and whatnot. So in doing that, I used to just post everything that I was doing on my Instagram and WhatsApp.
Right.
And one thing led to another. People started contacting me. What's that you're eating? Yeah, can you get me some of that?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, but do I really want to? And then I was thinking about it deeply, and I thought, you know what? Like, let me actually see where I can go with this.
Right.
So I started doing deliveries in my local area and spreading by word of mouth, and I was getting more and more, 20 in a day, 30 in a day, and I was thinking, right, like I can't actually do all of this myself. So I got my brother to jump on it with me and do the deliveries.
Sick.
My kitchen, the whole living room was packed out with fruit.
And bare skin, I bet, isn't it?
Yeah, like,
bare skin, bare leaf.
Yeah. If I even imagine the boxes, just everything just blocking up the place. And then, it kind of, it went to the next level when I met Swams.
Right.
So I reached out to him. I saw him post something about, or my cousin sent me a post that he did about wanting to eat fruit.
Right.
So I messaged him. He was like, yeah, link me. Went to link him. He posted it up on his story on Instagram and Snapchat. And before I knew it, I looked at my phone and there was like, because I didn't even have a website at that point. I barely had a brand at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just a fruit guy kind of thing at that point. Kind of, I looked at my phone, I see like 70, 80 messages.
Crazy.
I'm like, I can't even deal with all of this stuff.
Where were they all, like, where were the people mainly based? Like London, or did you have...
All over. And
Shit.
at this point, it's just me in my car, just delivering fruits.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know what, I got to like develop the business a little bit, thank you. Fortunately, one of my close friends...
Sorry, one sec. Check the number plate as well, yeah? Oh, you got it. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, fortunately, one of my close friends reached out to me and was like, yeah, I wanna help you, I wanna support. And so
Love that.
I'm grateful for him, because when there was like 70 orders that day, like I was literally looking at all the fruit thinking, where do I start? Like I didn't even know where to start. So
was you not worried though? See, like when you had bare fruit in that, was you not worried that like you might not get the orders, and because fruit goes off mad quick? So did you not have situations like that?
I had one day, you know, like summer last year.
Yeah.
It felt like it started from the end of March. Like we was having some hot days.
Yeah.
Early. I had the fruit in a spare room upstairs from the morning, and then later on that evening I checked it and I'd lost that, I would say, a good 70% of the fruit.
Oh
that quick.
shit!
And then from then I said to myself, right.
Can I say as well? Sorry, bro. I got a phobia of mold.
Mold.
Yeah, so I can deal with like lions, tigers, bears, snakes, all of that type of shit, yeah. You see, when it comes to mold, brother, mental. Like, I'm talking about moldy fruit. Like, certain fruits, when it goes off, it just goes mad.
Yeah.
Like, bread as well goes... Chicken.
Oh.
I remember, one time, my granny, like, my granny on my dad's side passed away years ago when I was like, I must have been like 10 or something like that. This is like my first... This is how deep this mold thing goes, by the way. Wow. So I've got like these, like a trace of like when I first started to notice that things go a bit weird. And so one time, like she died or whatever, and then clearly there wasn't much people in the house at that time or whatever. And I just remember opening up the fridge when I was there, and there was chicken in there with hair growing out of it. And I said, yo, what?
Yeah.
Crazy. Then I saw... one time strawberries. I must have had some strawberries one time.
Yeah,
I didn't have the strawberries for a little while, and it just looked mad flipping. It looked like like a Turkish don.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like just mad hair. I couldn't believe it, bro. Like those things for me, like that's why I see like with this, and I'm very grateful for this. This is getting eaten rapidly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how. You understand what I'm saying? So do you have them type of problems, right?
Yeah. At first we did, because we didn't have the storage for it.
Right.
So I was just trying to like move it to the coolest point in the house.
Yeah.
Or just get rid of it straight away. At first, some days I didn't have the orders to deal with it. So I would literally, it's going to go off, innit? So I'm going to give it away.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a man down the road that I'm walking past and say, hey, do you want this? And so I was doing anything to kind of make sure that the fruit gets out.
Right.
And because I know people see this stuff, for example, dragon fruit, they taste it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's a word of mouth thing.
Franklin, have you tasted dragon fruit
I've
before?
never tasted dragon fruit.
No,
Dragon fruit is mad still.
This is one of my
Dragon
favourite
fruit.
fruits.
Yeah.
This and the sour sap.
Sour sap's
Sour
my,
sap,
I
yeah.
love
Yeah,
sour
sour
sap.
sap,
Yeah, this one's right
Sour
as
sap
well.
juice. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just making sure that I clear the fruit. But yeah, I mean it's still a challenge today.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, lychee's got to be stored at 3 degrees. Dragon fruit can be stored at 7 degrees.
Right.
Mangosteen might be.
What's
a
that?
little bit
What you say?
less. Mangosteen. So
What's
this
that?
This one right here.
Yeah.
It's from Thailand.
Let me see it.
Nicknamed the Queen of Fruits.
It's the queen of fruits.
Yeah.
Have you had one of these before?
No, I haven't. I'll be honest, I'm getting educated right
How do you eat this?
So that one, you crack it open.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got a little something here for you. Yeah.
Do you know I might bust this one now? You know.
Yeah. Crack it.
So what?
You got to like try and do it clean. Yeah. So from the top of it,
Yeah.
where the leaves
This bit.
are,
What? Like this bit.
Yeah, like squeeze it down.
Squeeze it down. What? Like right in like this. Like so. I've got my fingers in there like that. Yeah.
It's very hard to explain. You got to get this.
Show me like this.
Yeah.
Maneuver my hands now.
Like that.
Oh,
There,
okay.
yeah.
So like this.
Squeeze it down until it starts to
What
crack.
part am I squeezing? My top part of my hand or the bottom part? Like both. Of it?
Both. Just squeeze it inwards till it starts to crack, and then you want to open
Oh
it.
right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See it there.
Oh, that looks crazy.
Yeah. So that one is inconsistency. It's got a slimy consistency to it, but it's really sweet. And that one's full of.
Is there 2 in there?
antioxidants. I think there's another one in
Give one to Franklin.
there. Yeah, there's one here.
Oh, this is
You
nice.
sure? Thank you, man. I appreciate this, man.
So just crack
Thank you.
it.
Just
It's alright.
Yeah.
like that. Oh,
No, this is banging actually. Is there a third one in there? Give one to Callum in it.
I don't think there is.
That's alright. I'll take your word for it.
Sorry, Calum. Next time. Man.
Next time it's all good.
oh shit! I'm making a mess.
That's the thing about them. They're
Sorry.
quite messy.
That's really nice though.
But yeah, so that's like from Southeast Asia. It's full of antioxidants, full of polyphenols. What that's gonna do is it's gonna help move the blood around your body, help oxygenate your body. It's good for your brain.
Right.
It's good for your vision. It's good for your skin.
Yes.
All these things in here are superfruits. Yeah, that's why I started eating them.
Right.
High nutrient densities.
Sick.
So, for example, golden kiwi right here.
Yeah.
It's
A
nice.
golden kiwi.
Yeah.
Have you tasted one of them?
Yeah, I'm tasting golden kiwi.
Yeah.
What's
These
the
are
difference
more
between a
common.
golden kiwi and a normal kiwi?
So golden kiwi's got like a goldish yellow color on the inside.
Do you know what? I might
and
bust
sweet.
this one as well, you know.
Yeah.
This is going to be the last one.
That one, it's got 3 times the vitamin C of an
Sorry,
orange.
Dan, I'm going to have to put some of this shit on here, bro.
You're gonna need a tissue. Man.
Yeah, can I get a tissue? Sorry, man.
Oh, shit.
I'm looking crazy. I'm looking
Franklin's in here just making it head of mess.
crazy.
Are you a messy eater, though, naturally?
Huh?
Are you a messy eater anyway?
No, I'm not.
Be honest,
I'm
though.
not. I guess
have you ever
everyone
been
is at some stage when they're by themselves, innit? But
Have you ever been on a date with a girl and she's messy with her food?
no, but I've been on a date where she chomps.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, where it's like
Nah. Is it, yeah?
yeah. yeah.
Yeah, no, I hate
Yeah.
Nah.
And like, you know where you can hear like the
Yeah, I hear that.
yeah. So yeah, it's a bit bad still, but
Yeah, I've never been with a chomper.
yeah, man. I thought she would have. I thought she would have been cool.
I respected
like,
it when like being out with a girl and she's eating wings though.
Oh yeah,
With her
wings
hands
is-
on that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? With her hand, I like that. Like, do your thing. I'm not judging that.
Yeah.
Get stuck right in. Don't come to the thing, to the restaurant, and these times you want wings, but you want to be cute in that. Just eat the wings. It's fine. I'm good with that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's true.
So yeah, what are you saying about this now?
3 times the vitamin C of an orange.
I hope Dan doesn't see this point.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's one of the customer favorites as well because it's a
Is
lot
it?
sweeter than an ordinary kiwi. We've got some people that go crazy for them, but they're getting more common. Like, you can get them in Sainsbury's now. and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
these taste very different to the normal kiwi.
Sorry,
Did
man.
you get the next
Thank
one? Can
you,
I get? Can I get one?
Thank
Just
you.
one.
Oh.
So yeah, this one tastes like quite different to the normal kiwi that I'm used to tasting.
The other one's a little bit more sour. That one's got the sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, where can people find you?
Instagram is our most prominent social media platform. Dream Fruit UK. It's Dream Fruit UK, all one word. Or you can go to dreamfruit.uk to order your fruits from there.
Right. Wicked, bro. No, I proper appreciate it still.
It's all good, man.
I'd love to sit here and talk more about. Actually, what would you say is the most? What is the most beneficial fruit? Would you say?
Depends what kind of benefits you're looking for because they've got a range of things. I'd say if you want to be healthy, you've got to eat a range of different fruits and look at colours as well because the colours correspond to the different antioxidants that the fruits have.
Right.
Obviously, it's good to have a balanced diet. It's good to get your 5 a day, and you want to get your 5 a day from mixing fruits and not eating 5 of the same thing. Yeah, but in terms of like, if you're talking like OP fruits, soursop right here.
That thing is mad.
Yeah.
If you've never tasted that, you need to taste one of them.
Yeah.
They are wicked.
Yeah, this is ripe now. That's ready.
And that's ready as well.
Yeah.
It's getting yam tonight.
A lot of people talk about the anti-cancer benefits of soursop, but I'm not going to make any claims. I'm not
Okay.
qualified to make any claims.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
Very smart.
nutritionist-
Very smart.
Yeah, we've got a nutritionist in the team, and she can make the claims. But yeah, I mean, this one here is probably one of the most it's got various different nutrients in it,
Right, okay.
anti-cancer properties, and yeah, man, even when you eat it, you just feel that you like. For me, I'll eat this in the morning, and my day will start right.
Right.
I'll just have a good day.
I hear that.
Yeah, that's a proper one there.
Wicked, my bro. Can I grab that then?
Yeah.
This is for
Enjoy,
me, yeah?
man. Enjoy.
Is there any just so I know what's in here as well?
So you've got light cheese.
What's
in the
this?
pack, yeah?
Yes, sorry.
Prickly pear.
Prickly pear,
If you
yeah.
ever have a hangover, that's a good one for your hangover.
This
That,
one here.
Looks like an ordinary apple, but that's a red love apple. So it's red on the inside. It's got
Okay.
red flesh.
These are mini banana vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's this one, yeah, sir?
Sharon fruit.
Sharon.
Yeah. Sharon
Oh
fruit.
shit.
So that one, it tastes a little bit like mango.
Okay.
Granadilla, aka.
Oh, I've had one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had one of these. These are banging.
Yeah. Sweet passion fruit.
Yeah. This is mango, right?
Mango, yeah.
Is it a Julie mango?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Julie mangoes
Julie
are
mango.
green, isn't it?
Yeah.
This one here,
That's another type of passion fruit. It's called a maracuya.
a maracuya. Sorry if you're listening to this, by the way. If you're listening to the pod, it's a bit mad for you right now, but it's alright. Oh shit.
And you've got the red flesh dragon fruit. So that one, red on the inside, that's the one that everyone always goes to straight away because it looks different.
Yeah.
It looks like it tastes nice. The reason why it looks so bright and vibrant
Yeah.
is because of the antioxidants in it, as opposed to the flavor.
Okay.
When you eat that, it's gonna have a very neutral kind of flavor, like a subtle sweetness, slight earthy tone to it.
Yeah.
Kiwana.
I've never had one of these.
Yeah, I've had
that
Kiwana.
one.
This is dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's spiky.
Spiky.
Oh, okay, yeah, they are, exactly, I know.
Cut into my hand.
Bro, you know it's mad, yeah, when you think about how much fruit there is in the world, you know, and I feel like it has felt like we've only been exposed to a tiny portion of it, and that might literally just be down to weather, isn't it? Like, and being able to grow it.
Yeah.
Because certain fruits need to be grown in certain environments, certain weather.
Altitude as well.
Altitude, right.
Apparently, I think there's like, is it 30,000 different variations of apples or something? It's
crazy.
mad. Like the
Crazy
apples got
amount.
more. Like, 30,000. Like when you think about that, it's just
Yeah, it's crazy.
mad.
It's crazy. But bro, listen, man, I proper appreciate you coming and doing this.
That's all.
I know you wasn't expecting to come on, and I wasn't. I just thought in the moment when I said to you, "Come link me," I thought, you know what? If you come at this time, then we might as well do it properly.
No, I
you
appreciate
know what I mean?
that, Rem.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
If you want to hang around, then you can just chill here. And then feel free to leave whenever you want to leave. But if you want to chill, bro, so it's completely up to you.
I'm gonna make a move. I got deliveries.
You got deliveries, yeah. I would have thought so. Still. All right, brother. Love, man. Thank you, bro.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well done, bro.
Pleasure, love.
Nice one. Cool, man.
So yeah, King of Trainers is with me.
Hey, how
You know what I mean? Man,
Is this alright? Shall I leave it here? Is
Yeah,
that
you can leave it there. You can just kick back and whatnot.
Nice
You know what I
one.
mean?
Nice one.
Franklin, how are you, my bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be here, bro. I'm happy to be
Yeah?
here. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh, I'm being telling
Yesterday's
them.
price is not today's
It's a
price.
different. It's just a different thing now.
Yeah, it is. It
Talk
is.
to man properly.
Well done.
Huh?
Well done, man. I don't know. If, like I watch quite a few of your stuff, and I don't know if people actually really understand what goes into stuff like this.
No,
you know, like seeing like the setup and just the consistency and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
no.
what you're doing with JD and all that. So well done, man.
Nah, man,
So,
I
yeah.
appreciate that, bro,
You
man.
know.
Just keeping my head down, trying to avoid the noise, and just stay focused on the goals and the plans or whatever, and you know, like things will go in the way that it needs to go, even if it feels like it's not going the way that I need it to go. Even when certain things doesn't work out, it works out.
Indeed.
Do you get me?
Indeed.
Yeah, man. So how are you though?
I'm good, man.
What's been going on with you?
good. Oh God. I know.
What's been going on with you, man?
Oh man, yeah, a few things. Yeah, so working hard. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I just opened a shop. Well, not just opened. In April, we opened a CBD store. Me and Retry, two of my business partners, we opened a CBD store in Box Park, Shoreditch.
Oh, what? Green Machine?
Green Machine,
Yeah, that's mine, man.
Oh,
That's
shit.
mine.
Yeah. Do you know what? Before we get into all of that, though,
Yeah,
all
we
of
should
that,
talk about CBD.
We will.
Yeah,
we will. We'll get into
definitely.
that. Before we do all of that, like, because first I've known you like for the training game.
Yeah.
And I think this is good because the episode that we just put out, there was a part where me and Dan was talking about. There was a conversation about mass hysteria. And I was just making the point that you see, like with the stuff that was happening with Travis and whatever.
Yeah.
It was feeding into this like analogy that I had of like us moving into a time where there's like mass hysteria with everything. Everyone needs this thing now, quick. I need to fucking. If I'm going to the live show, I need to get to the fucking front. If the trainers come out now, I need to be outside 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. It's like this hot. It's like people. It's like a drug.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's like. I don't know if it's always been like this, but like you being a guy or being a trainer fanatic. Yeah. What you got on, by the way? Are you flexing or is this a lie? Because I'm not a trainer, Don.
Yeah, well, no. But
I mean, I've got a life feeling pieces. I got a feeling pieces. You understand what I'm saying? Well, could you identify that from the back?
You do your thing.
Did you identify that from the back? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I've seen. Well, when I see you around, I know. You care about.
I've got some
pieces.
stuff.
Yeah,
but I ain't like. See, like my thing isn't like. I don't have the. You know that I don't have that.
Yeah.
I just got that. I like that one. I'm gonna get it. That's what I've got.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah,
that's how it used to be. In terms of like, but now social media is taking it to another level. It's crazy right now. Like, like when I was younger, like many years ago, like you could just go in and you discover the trainers at the store. The footwear at the store, whether it's Foot Locker, JD Sports. And JD back in the day was like they had loads of stuff. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Back in the day when they first opened in the West End, well, I mean, they're from up north, but in London, the West End shop, I think like in the Plaza was their first store, and then they opened up for Circus. They had like a Nike section and stuff, and people look at JD now, and they don't know that JD has had the most Nike collaborations in any store in the world.
Really?
Yeah, the most Nike, either kind of exclusive colorways or exclusive to their store. Than any store in the world. Or their size stores had more collaborations than anyone.
Mad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But see, even then, like what you were saying, although I'm not like a sneaker fanatic like that, and I've had certain things, more time it's been from the element of just going into the shop and just seeing it.
Yeah.
So like, even now, see like with the Jordan, the traditional Jordan 4s, the black with the red.
The bread. So well, people call them bread. So some
Bread,
say
See, this is how mad. Like, I know people looking at me like, "What the fuck?" Like,
no.
I don't know the names of all of them.
No,
yet.
and it's okay. That's
Right.
okay, because I think some quote unquote sneakerheads, they get offended. Like, even me, when I was young, I never used to know the names of all this sort of stuff. I just used to dress fly and you know. But I'll get into the story about the trainers.
Yeah. I really want to hear that.
Yeah.
But I remember like going into Nike, and they were just there. Like, and I just liked them. I just walked in. I thought, you know what, these are banging. Let me just grab them. I paid 100 and something for them at the time. I can't remember. And now I know that the chances of that ever happening again is. It's a myth.
It's mad.
I'm never going to be able to go into a shop now and just be able to buy the traditional Jordan 4s again.
Yeah.
When did that change?
Okay, I would say the pivotal changing point was around 2011. Probably about 2010, 2011. The reason why I say that was around the Yeezy 2s. You know, I mean, for like people who've been into trainers and footwear, the camp out's been happening for like or traveling to get a particular shoe for me like 20, nearly 30 plus years. Like, I've been traveling all over the world just to get shoes. But when Instagram came in and things were more visual, it became a problem, because then people will be like, oh, these guys are outside nighttime, let's all rush down there. And then it just created a different type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know,
Is it sort of like a thing where, like, you know, when someone just says, yo, like, if, I don't know, maybe someone of influence or whatnot, or someone that you might deem as cool, just says, oh, yo, these are, and then everyone just see it's like, oh, why is everyone, and you know, like, when when you see the queue, you know, when you see a light queue, and you think, why is everyone queuing?
Yeah.
And because then someone tells you the name of something, you're like, I don't even know what that is. But you know what? Let me just jump in the queue.
That's
because
it. But yeah, I mean, more time people know. You know, I mean, back in the day, you had forums like Crooked Tongues and things like that. They could tell you where shoes are coming out and stuff. But before the internet era, it was really just walking into the store and having the shoes and seeing like the street dons who were the influencers back then. You know, and they were wearing, and you know, not speaking about my past, I had all the cool stuff. so you know, people would look at me and say, yo, like, this is dope, and things like that. Yeah, so, you know.
Well, let's go from the beginning. Like, how did this all start for you?
Okay, so, well, I mean, the quote unquote King of Trainer story, you know, it started from like about literally like 1985. Yeah, like, early. Like, my mum loved tennis. She loved Boris Becker.
Bro, honourable shout out to your skin, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Well, you're aging absolutely graciously in a sensational way.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, light little bit. I noticed you didn't go for the full one.
No.
Could you not do that? Is it a bum fluff thing for you? Or?
No, I can do that.
You do the whole thing?
Yeah. And it connects.
And it connects.
Yeah, it connects.
Okay.
But
so you just went for the light. With the light at the top.
Yeah.
Now I hear it still. Yeah, nah, man. It looks. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know how old he is, but you do look young. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
I'm the oldest man in the room.
Yeah, I hear that. But go.
So back in the day when I loved tennis, she loved Boris Becker in particular, and back in the 80s, like, tennis was like a premier sport. It was the sport that people looked at. Do you get what I mean? And like, he won his first Wimbledon championship in '85. So what my mum would do, being from Ghana, she would like want to buy quality, and back in those days it was one trainer a year. So it was about buying quality for the whole year, one trainer, one shoe a year. And then she, I mean, at the time, Boris Becker had a deal with Ales, and a clothing deal with Ales, and a shoe deal with Puma.
Right.
And she actually tried to go and find the trainers that he was wearing for me. And I've got a picture of like when I was like 5 wearing these Pumas that weren't the actual Pumas, but they're the same color as what Boris Becker was wearing.
Okay.
And she actually went to find those, and it, you know, that I admire her for that, because she just wanted to buy quality because tennis players were wearing it, and then from there she would just buy me like name brand stuff.
Oh, that's dope. Though.
Yeah. So and my nickname back in the day was King of Trainers.
Oh, so you got that young.
Yeah, it was a nickname. That's what people don't know.
Yeah.
So when it came to like the social media generation and jumping on Twitter and Instagram, which I explained that situation as well, people thought I was getting at JD Sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, because
Their tagline.
their tagline is King of Trainers.
Yeah. So with that now, they were using it in the 90s, and for me it was always a local nickname, right? And you know, like in the 90s, I would go to the States, bring back trainers and stuff like that. Like, so it was like that was kind of what people call reselling. You know?
Right, okay.
Yeah. So people call it reselling, but back then it wasn't reselling; it was just hooking up your mates. You know.
Right.
So where I'll make money.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Actually. I remember like a Don that was like from my area as well. That like, or actually not a particular person, but I remember it being a thing. Like if you went to New York.
Yes.
If you went to New York, could you get me?
Yeah.
Like get me a trainer or something like that.
Literally
Get me,
for the 90s, that's what I was doing.
Okay,
With my friends.
okay.
Like, and then that was so it was like a nickname. It's a local thing because social media was really around then. And then I tried to do a website back in like '99 with a blog about trainers, which was called The King of Trainers. And it just you know, the internet was crazy back then. So then you know, I'd done a lot of things in the sneaker scene. We used to do like trainer parties in Embankment, you know, with one of my friends, Kosha. And just do like different things in the sneaker scene. I had a studio in Wood Green selling trainers, where people like Chipmunk came through and Marvel and those guys came through. And then, you know, coming to the kind of social media era, I registered the Twitter, King of Trainers. And back then I had like a social network called Fabs Network, where I would kind of, it was like my own social network. Like me and my friends would kind of go on there and stuff, and I had a forum on there called King of Trainers Forum. And then my friend on Twitter said, Nike own Just Do It, that's on Impossible Nothing. Why doesn't JD Sports speak to the real King of Trainers? What people don't know is JD Sports used to use King of Trainers in the 90s, but stopped using it around 2003, and then rebranded with Best of the Best. So they went to the black and yellow bags and stuff like that. And then from there, the person, so this was around about 2000, so they dropped it in 2003. Look, not dropped it, but kind of weren't using it as much. Then around 2011, we had this, my friend added us in this tweet. Why doesn't JD Sports speak to the real King of Trainers? Then like I was like, then they started to attack me. Who's this imposter?
Oh, really?
Who's this
they started to think that you're some dim guy.
Yeah. They were like, who's this imposter? Why has he got the name? Blah blah blah. Why is he? You know, all this type of stuff. And back in those days, you know, with Twitter when it kind of first started,
I had
a couple hundred followers, and they had 10,000.
Yeah.
And back then, you hadn't seen that type of.
Yeah.
Oh, they got 10,000 people following them, so they were like, it was just so crazy. Like, so they were attacking me, and then their followers started to attack me, and I was replying back saying like, can we work together? You know, naivety. Like I'm just like a good guy. I'm just doing my thing. I don't even think it's an issue. Then like literally 2 weeks later, I get a cease and desist.
Man. Really?
Yeah, 2 weeks later I get a cease and desist from their lawyers, saying I should give the domains back, the name and all that sort of stuff.
What was it? Copyright infringement?
Well, that's what they said. So so it was basically like trademark infringement, but it was they thought I was passing off.
Right.
So passing off is me saying I'm JD.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's the thing. So that period was around 2011. So quickly, I contacted the lawyers. And I said, look, can we work together? Because I'm going to be doing this and this in the sneaker scene. I'm going to be a big person in the sneaker scene and stuff. And the lawyers were like, no, like, you know, you got like 7 days to comply. You know, we're taking you to court. So I then learned everything there is to know about, as much as I could, about trademark law in those 7 days. And then from there, I phoned up their lawyers. There was a female lawyer on the phone, and she was like, And I was like, hi, it's King of Trainers. And then she was like, you can't use, like, she was like, she went mad. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't know. Basically, I think maybe someone's head rolled or whatever it may be. But I didn't think of it like it was any in conflict.
Right.
But she was like, you can't use that name. Like, you know, we're going to take you to, like, really pressuring. And I actually stopped and I said, actually, I can.
Right.
And then she was like, what do you mean? I started to spit like law to her, you know, like great areas of trademark law and stuff. Because like if you guys say you're the king of podcasts and there's another brand across the world that says the king of podcasts, you've got enough weight to say that. Does that make sense? And if you've been using that brand for over 7 years without it basically conflicting with theirs, there shouldn't be no issue. You know, because I'm not saying I'm a shop.
You're not saying okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I was just spitting bad like laws to her, and I mean, you know, you work for JD. JD's a massive company, so she said to me, "Oh, but you know, if you lose, you know," and I mean, if it went to court and I lost, I'll lose everything.
Oh,
like, I mean,
God,
because,
they would have taken you.
Yeah,
they'd have taken your underpants off.
Yeah, because you know. JD's like a 3 billion plus company.
Yeah.
They own Size, Foot Patrol. They own so many different companies. This
Right.
is mad. And at that time, they were really growing. So, you know, and then and she said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Actually, I want to go to court." So she was literally on the phone like. So that changed from attack to concern, and then she was literally on the phone like, "Oh, are you sure?" Like, and it's me, yeah, like, you know, I think, you know. And then she said, "Who's your legal team, your counsel, whatever?" And I said, send the legal paperwork to my place. Yeah. And she was like, it's like someone had put
she was mind blown. Yeah.
It's like, because come on, you're gonna do that because the letters like this boy from North, like it was really kind of attacking this guy from North London. Who is he? Like what's he gonna do? Yeah. And I just said, yes, and I'll defend myself in court. She couldn't believe it. She was like, but don't you understand? Like, you know. And I said, no, I'll take my chances. You know. And then literally. So I'm ready to go to court. Like I'm preparing myself. I'm gonna just go in front of John and tell the truth. Exactly the same story I'm telling you. Naivety, innit? Naivety. I was the same story I'm telling you.
I did that one time and got fucking fined. Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. But yeah. So I said I'm going to court, and then she was like, okay, cool. I'll send the paperwork. So literally, I don't know what happened with their legal team, but literally about 2 to 3 months. Later, I'm waiting. I'm ready, like to lose it all. Like if it comes to that.
G.
And they send me a letter saying actually our client no longer wants to pursue this matter. You're kind of, you know.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Fucking
so then this is where the story gets interesting. So, that happened around 2011, 2012. Then what they did, and I've said this before actually. They launched their campaign. There's only one king of trainers in Tottenham Hale. There's only one king of trainers. So when you see
there's only one king of trainers
in Tottenham.
Oh shit!
But when you see undisputed king of trainers, undefeated king of trainers,
right?
I'm the reason why they started that campaign.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So when you go to and you see undisputed and stuff, you don't know why they.
Nah.
You know, obviously people might connect it to boxing and stuff, but that was before they went into the boxing arena. So
that's mad.
Damn, what a story.
And then to fast forward it, like literally in lockdown, they contacted me and I worked on 2 campaigns with them.
Oh, you have worked on 2 campaigns
with them? JD Sports.
It's funny how these things come full circle, because you know it's like sometimes when you have these uncomfortable conversations on the phone, sometimes they're coming with just scare tactics more than anything.
Indeed.
It's like, we're probably not really going to go through the whole court system because you're not going to really want to do that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shout down the phone and I'm going to use some words that you are not necessarily familiar with because you're not from this background and scare you for you to just say, all right, do you know what? I'm just going to just throw in the towel. Indeed. I think it takes a lot of balls to turn around and say, you know what? Well, let's do it. Let's. I'm prepared to lose it all. Yeah. How about that?
It's just where I'm from. I'm from Tottenham, man.
Yeah.
I grew up fighting. So it's that's just how it is. And I didn't like to be bullied. I don't like bullies. Like I don't like that whole you have to do it because I said you know I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, especially when I'm willing to work. I'll work with you guys. What it is, but I don't like that. You have to do
And you was obviously pitching that from quite the start, innit? Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
this whole thing came up.
Yeah.
It seemed like you was on that. Oh, well, let's work. Let's see if we can work together.
Yeah.
I know what
100%.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, 100%.
What pair of sneakers have you got that has the most interesting story around it?
It's the pair that I've got them actually in that bag.
Oh, you got them in the bag?
Yeah, I got them in that red bag.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't say that.
So,
Oh shit! Firstly, honourable shout out for the bag.
thank you.
Yeah, it's very tidy. Is that some next kind of like thing that you can't get? Some
Sneaker
Puma
bag.
joint? That
No. This is a Ferrari Puma bag. It's not.
Oh, God.
No, it's not too.
It's just a,
No,
do you
it's
know what?
not.
I love it when a man does that.
No, it's
let
not.
Let me stop you. I love it when a man says it's just
just
a.
No,
It's just
you're
a.
just
And then he hits you
a.
with the.
No,
you get what I'm saying?
I'm not, people who know me, I'm not
hear
like
that.
that.
Go
Yeah. So for those who are listening and can
Right.
see, so what I'm showing you, and
Oh,
I'm
shit,
gonna
okay.
explain the whole situation.
Yeah.
as well,
Okay.
Because basically, so what I'm showing you is so for those who are listening, I'm showing you like a less track top, right?
Right.
So this particular track top is a retro of what Boris Becker wore when he won his Wimbledon championship in 1985.
Right.
Yeah, so it's the retro.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so it's the retro. So
Describe the colour just
the
for
colors,
people who's
yeah,
not.
the colors is light blue, and dark blue. Yeah,
Mad.
yeah,
Mad,
it's a retro
mad,
top,
mad.
yeah. But then what happened? I was very privileged to have a design session with a Les.
Man.
And literally I
Oh, that
designed.
is fucking hard.
I designed the I designed a shoe. Yeah, I designed the shoe basically based on this top.
Okay, yeah, because the same colours. as
Yeah,
well,
for my so I designed a shoe based on this top.
1995.
Yeah. So, so this is actually a release that's going to be coming out in June.
Fuck off.
Yeah, so this is coming out in June. So the story behind this is a Les contacted a couple influencers in the sneaker scene and said, we just want you guys to design. This is called a Les Tanker. So it came out like 1983, 1983. And we just want you to design this, have your take on the shoe, etc. So they put on a big spread for us, invited a couple guys down, literally from all over the world, to be fair. And I literally was like, sorry.
It's alright.
So, let me just, So I literally was like, how can I design this shoe connected to my history? So then I looked at like stuff online, and I was thinking, I was like, I'm sure what something to do like tennis my mum. So I literally looked on Boris Becker, I looked on everything, like, and I was like, oh yeah, he was wearing that. So when he won in '85, which is the crazy thing, which is the start of my journey of like getting sneakers, he was wearing this top.
Right.
And he had the Pumas on. So I literally based my design on this.
That is cold.
And dedicated the shoe to my mum. So on the final version, it says 1985. It says 1995 on both, but the final version will have 1985.
1985.
So the shoe's actually called Decade. So between 85 and 95 is basically the period that kind of cemented me in the training game.
Right.
So
That's cold.
So and that's so
that is cold.
that's basically the shoe that's the that I kind of have the most interesting story.
Yeah, that's hard.
So what happened is when originally there was no collaboration on the table. It was just basically this pair with like a few pairs for your friends and family.
Yeah.
So then when I literally just put the label up on my Instagram, and I got so many comments. I think I got like 600 comments or something like that. And then people were tagging a Les in, like, so literally the Les team were up, and they told me they were up until 1 a.m. looking through all the comments, seeing like, first of all, seeing if they were real, how social media is.
Of course.
And then they were like, people actually want this shoe. So they hit me up and they were like, yo, Frank, we're going to give you a proper collaboration.
Really?
Yeah.
That's proper.
Yeah. And then unfortunately COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
And then COVID hit. So obviously it got pushed back, and then we restarted conversations like just back in the last year, and then so in June it's actually going to officially come out with an actual full tracksuit to match the.
I feel like their tracksuits are quite underrated.
Oh yeah. But back
even of recent, like I've seen some cold LS tracksuits, like some real cold ones.
Yeah.
I did something for them. Well, I was talking to a tennis player, and they sent me they sent me a couple of tracksuits, and when I put them on, like the fit of them were just like
hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, because back in the day, they were like, you know, like Italian brand, Italian made, and they, you know, a lot of the quote unquote street guys used to wear less tracksuits and stuff. Like the quality is insane. So, you know, they're underrated. But that's what happens with old school brands. Sometimes people just don't. You know, it's the brand that makes the most noise is what people. You know, but you know, my favorite brands are like Ales, Diodoro, all those type of old school brands.
And then also, like, even with that as well, you get some that just end up like they make some noise back in the day, then they might go a little bit quiet, and then all of a sudden something happens and they just go like it's just crazy. Everyone's just, you know, everyone just goes mad for it again. And I think now, even what I was saying before, it does feel like everyone's going mad for all kinds of shit at the moment. Like especially with like the Yeezys, like the more common stuff, like Yeezys, some of the Jordans. I'm seeing even a couple of the Air Maxes. That like the Air Maxes are going nuts at the moment as well.
Patter's released. You know, the guys over at Patter, they've released some new called a Wave.
Right.
So it's like got a wave around the shoe. So they've you know.
I was also hearing as well, that like people were like buying up the white Air Forces.
Yeah, white
is
Air
that
Forces
a thing
crazy.
now?
Yeah, white Air Forces are crazy.
That is crazy to me.
I mean,
and they like Nike's bumped the prices up on them. By the way,
of course. Well. I mean, I remember buying white Air Forces for like £50. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know,
now they got up to 100.
Yeah, and they do lots of collaboration with them, and it gets crazy. But you know, in actual fact, when you actually look at it, like I think Air Forces came out like 82, and I think the original price was like, in the States was $50 or something like that. It's like, you know, so technically over like nearly 40 years, you know, you kind of expect the price to go up. But right now, getting a pair of like white on white Air Forces is tough. Because it's like a uniform for some people.
Do you think, just even on the reselling thing lastly, like what do you think about it, like the state of it now? Like, are resellers are they ruining the...
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah, like, are they ruining just the vibe of everything at the moment because of the overkill? Like, there's elements of it that I really like and enjoy. And like, some of those are maybe just with brands that I might have an emotional connection with in a sense. So, like, for example, which I've mentioned on the podcast before, I love that Trapstar set. Like, when they... do their thing on a Friday at 12 o'clock, they put whatever it is out. By 1 minute past 12, it's gone. And the thing is, I just love it for them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a brand I followed from the beginning. I know the man them. I just love to see that happening, It is a bit annoying though, when you see like basically 12 o'clock, it's gone. No, 1 minute past 12, it's gone. And then 5 minutes later, it's on whatever one of them sites for 6 bags. You're like, wait, hold on, what's going on?
Yeah. But I mean, that's the game. It's evolved. Like for me, you know, I wouldn't. You know, I was reselling before the word was even known. But I didn't. It wasn't even to make money. The way I made money was off the exchange rate. Because back in the 90s, it was like nearly 2 to 1. So my friends would give me like maybe £100. I'll cut, like the thing would be like $100. I'll make like 20 or 30 quid. You know what I'm saying? Like an exchange rate. But now, you know, you got to give it to these guys. Some of them are making millions off reselling. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, but I feel that part of the, because let's be honest, like, let's be really honest, right? You can buy a pair of, let's say Yeezys, for at the time when it was really hot a couple of years ago, for like £160, and that same day you can sell it for £500, you know. Or when Virgil's came out, there was one guy outside. I remember when the Virgil Jordan 1s came out, there was one Chinese guy outside of 1948 in Shoreditch, handing out 1,500 per person who purchased a Jordan 1. And the purchase price was £160.
Start again. He was doing what?
He was giving £1,000 plus to anyone who went into
and got them,
and he was buying them off people for £1,000 plus.
So you you would basically make almost what 100, like 100% profit.
Yeah.
Well,
way
more than that. So like 1,000% profit, if anything, immediately,
and that's better than selling drugs. So, like, if I'm honest, a lot of people who may have wanted to go into that lifestyle have gone into reselling, you know. But I always say I'm not against reselling. A lot of people are and whatever. I'm not against it because I understand the game. People want to make money, etc. What I'm against is the kind of attitude and the bad attitude that comes with some certain situations
Like,
and stuff. Like, I've seen fights and riots break out.
Oh, yeah.
And on my page, I'm that person that's telling people, like, chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Relax. Do you know what I'm saying? And I also call out shops and brands.
Yeah.
If a shop hasn't got enough security, I'll call them out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's giving me kind of the notoriety within the game where the shops now, you know, if not, the key's gonna say something. And
and they don't want to put themselves in that position.
Yeah.
Do you know? Go on, sorry.
What was your thoughts on the kid in America whose mum was like super high up in Nike?
Oh,
was
yeah.
selling bear. Surely that's not something you.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that situation is complex.
What
but
is
it's a cheat
Explain
code.
it for people who don't know.
So basically, a kid in America, his mum was an executive in Nike, right? And he would get access to all the hot stuff. And we're talking, the kid was making hundreds of thousands a month reselling trainers. So it came out that his mum was an executive, and he would use his mum's card and discounts and stuff.
He wasn't using the Nike company card to buy the shoes off of Nike, but because of the access, he was getting like bare trainers.
So much.
You would get like two of each size for like a brand new release.
Yeah. Literally, and he would take pictures of him with like 100 pairs, literally on the day that they come out.
Yeah, the day that they come out.
So it was notorious, but a lot of them.
What ended up happening to him? Sorry.
What
ended up happening to the mum?
I think the mum she actually stepped down.
Yeah, the mum resigned.
Yeah, she resigned. But I mean, for something like that, she was high up. So she was like probably in the top 5 in the company. So something like that, she would have probably got some sort of payout, or So I don't know the intricate details, but personally, if I'm honest, the game is the game.
Really?
Yeah, because
what do you think?
The game is the game. No. Like you have to understand, like, people are gonna make money in other ways. So he didn't have to, if I'm honest, because it seems from the outside looking in, his mum was doing all right.
They were doing all right anyway.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna assess anyone's situation. Yeah, I ain't gonna assess anyone's situation.
That wasn't out of necessity. That was more greed.
Yeah, and sometimes because some resellers are like celebrities. You know, so he's got like a Discord group, and people pay to get access to his information. So he's built his own little celebrity around reselling. So
what do you think?
I think I just don't like the fact that it just limits everyone's access to trainers like that. Like, there's so many people that love sick shoes and are super passionate about it. Because of situations like that, it's literally impossible for them to get their hands on.
I agree with both, but I agree with them from different angles. So I actually think from his side, from the son's side, the game is the game.
Yeah.
I do understand. I think the mum
Yeah.
should know better though, because of what you just said.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the mum, like, you are my son, and of course I'm gonna bust you on certain things or whatever. Yeah, but you know what? We can't limit the access for everyone. Like, it's unfair.
Yeah.
You're good. You can get what you want.
Yeah.
And you know what? And you know what? So can your cousin.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So can your cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about
Like,
that?
you're nice.
But you also don't. But let's
don't
not
take
do.
the piss.
Let's not take the piss here. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that just goes into an element
Yeah.
of integrity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why I feel like if I was the boss in that situation, it's not a step. Like, before you step down, you're getting a phone call from me for me stepping you down.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because that is it's a liberty now, and I'm not gonna just give you the benefit of you just on a resigning. No, you're gonna have to leave.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know that you gotta leave.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because if I fire you, then I'm gonna have to pay you the bill, isn't it?
But that's the thing. That's why that they wouldn't have fired her. Because they would have had to have paid her off. That's why.
You know what? You stepped down.
You're going to step down. That's what that
I think,
conversation.
you're stepping down.
You're going to step down.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think because she used the company card, technically Nike was paying for their own shoes, so it could have been a proper legal thing. So it was better for her to just call it a day.
So but I mean, people are gonna go to any lengths for it. Sometimes it's not money, it's notoriety, it's fame, it's people don't come from. It's like they just want to be that person. So this money can't even come into it. It's like I'm the guy, I'm the, you know, and sometimes that's what it is.
I guess as well also it's like being able to, it's another way of being able to stand next to the guy or the girl, because I've noticed that even like with, and I'm not mad at this by the way, it's just an observation, it's like the celebrity status or the popular status that a reseller gets is usually by, oh, I sold these to Pogba. I'm in so and so's house. You get what I'm saying? Man's just here with Meek Mills. I just sold him the. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then and it's just, I guess it's the same with like barbers as well. You know what I mean? Like barbers get that same type of thing where it's like, you know what, they've trimmed so and so's head and they're sitting on the jet and they're, you know, DJ Khaled. You understand what I'm saying? It's like all these different things happening for them.
Indeed.
And then their notoriety goes up or whatnot. But it's I think we're living in an interesting time still. I mean, I think luckily for me, my fashion sense is usually just dictated by what I just like. Do you get what I'm saying? And if there is something that I like that so happens to fall into the what is popular within resellers, it's never usually that deep for me if I don't get it.
Got you.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, cool, what is sold out mad quick, fine, I'll just get these ones. Do you know what I mean? And so I think that for me, it doesn't really affect me. I just find it really interesting. When I was saying on the last pod as well, it's like DJing for Nike, I was in there recently and I'm seeing like people running up and down the store, like they're trying to get the fucking baby Jordan things or some baby dunks anyway. They were going crazy in the store for them. And I'm like, being DJing in that store for however many years that I haven't seen that. So now I'm noticing that like there's a whole shift in the like reselling culture. And I think as well that like a lot of the people that I knew that were even into stuff like that back in the day had a real genuine interest in the shoe and probably knew a lot about the history and the story and all of these type of things. But
it's still there.
It's still, of course.
I mean, you know, reselling is gone to another level. But I feel the same. I'm old enough to be like, I don't need to get every shoe. I've got a lot.
How many do you own?
I always say it's quality, not quantity.
Right.
Yeah. I say it's quality, not quantity. Yeah, that's what's up.
What are they? Do you have them put away, or are they just in the yard? And
no, so I got like a room.
It's quality, not quantity.
Yeah,
I hear it loudly.
I got
people sitting here saying I got 6,000 trainers.
Yeah,
but they're dead though.
Yeah, exactly. So I got a room and stuff, and I don't, you know, and I buy a lot of what we call general releases, a lot of GRs. Like, you know what I mean? Some people just buy collaborations because collaborations hold this, you know, prestige. But growing up, it was all about colors and GRs and just style, just really kind of matching.
What's your favorite collaboration?
My one.
Okay.
no.
Outside of that,
yeah. Outside of that, I would, you know, I like what people do. So I mean, I like what the guys over at Patta do.
Right. I love that brand actually.
Yeah. So Patta do some.
Patta's actually fallen into my, it's probably gone into my top 5 brands at the moment.
Yeah,
I really like.
You know, they set the bar. They're like really inspirational. You know, I mean, I like a lot of different brands. Like, you know, SNS, they have a store. You know, people like what Virgil's doing. But Kanye is just
he's
crazy.
I mean,
his influence and what he's done.
Do you not have like a favorite collaboration though? Like,
I don't. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really pinpoint one of my favorites.
I couldn't tell you why.
I mean, I mean, it's, people may say this is a bit hype beastie, but I do like what Virgil did to the Air Jordan 1s.
Right.
In terms of the deconstruction of the shoe.
Yeah.
And you know, and I really rate that a lot. Like, you know, but yeah, it's really hard to kind of pinpoint one. There's so many. I'm a fan of so many different things. So, yeah.
So like you're still fully immersed within that. Within the scene,
the game,
within the game, so, and stuff, you know, like that. I mean,
to evolve that, I've set up a retro clothing store as well. Right. So we sell like retro, like, you know, it's like retro sportswear. So it's like a sports sample sale, but we've got like a quote unquote plug who's got like old school retro stuff, literally sitting on 20-30 years of Nike archive. And yeah, we sold that too. So that's kind of, so I sell clothing more than shoes now.
Okay. Oh, so it's expanded the palette a piece.
Yeah.
How difficult is it, like, for, because you, as like being in that game, you must see a lot of like startup brands come and go as well.
Oh
right?
yeah, 100%.
Like, how difficult is it for people to get into the game of constructing a shoe, and sort of trying to immerse themselves within that type of industry? Because for me, it's like, again, I'm quite a novice when it comes to this. I just like what I like, but I feel like I just see a lot of the same old things a lot of the time.
Got you.
I was so impressed when I've discovered Filling Pieces. Because I didn't know about them until maybe 4 years ago,
Okay.
And I went to their office. So I met them at a show. I had no idea who they were.
Got you.
Went to the office, was hella impressed by the aesthetics of the office. Yeah. And then I saw a shoe and I was like, oh, like these are cold. Like these are proper nice, And then I got a pair. And I instantly kind of fell in love with it. And I liked the team that they had within it as well, because I felt like I identified with the team even more so. And I think sometimes when I look for like brands or new brands to like buy stuff from, there is that element of like, do I fit in it? Like, is it like, can I identify with it in some way? You know? And like, so being there, obviously seeing that, and then seeing what they've gone on to do, I realised that they're like a very established brand.
Man, they had a shop in Box Park as well.
I think they might even be opening up one in London. In London soon. But like, and it's quite it's not high endy, but it's not cheap.
It's not
It's not cheap, but the quality is really good.
Wicked, amazing quality.
Yeah. So like, how difficult is it though?
That's a very good question.
To cut through in that.
Well, I'm gonna give you probably an exclusive that I've never said to no one. Like, I used to work with Will.i.am. Will.i.am's brother, and their shoe brand. He had a shoe brand. I don't know if you know that.
Nah.
Yeah, so they had a shoe brand called 1208.
1208.
And this is at probably the height of Will.i.am being on BBC, like one of the most famous black men in the country, right? And I'm telling you, this shoe brand, the quality of the shoe brand's amazing. Like, you know, they came in with a square toe shoe. It was like, price point was a bit high, it's about £400-500. And you know, Carl Gilliam, which is Will's brother, like he's a really good designer and stuff, and you know, and they managed to get Liberties, so they got all the big doors, like, so in footwear terms, doors means the shops and stuff, right? So all the big doors, Liberties, Harrods, Harvey Nichols, like all the big doors. And based on him, you would have thought the brand would have gone through the roof. You get what I mean? And literally, like, within a year, the brand couldn't coexist, because it's not just celebrity. And even with money, the amount of money he has and the amount of money they threw at it, you couldn't, you know, because in the footwear world, you know, and I'm sure people are gonna crucify me for saying this, I'm not, you know, when Kanye said houseway and he couldn't break through, right? I saw that kind of quote unquote first or second hand with like creating a shoe brand. Because what will happen is, say for example, you're a, you know, I wouldn't say a black designer, but just a designer in as a whole, right? You go into Liberties or you get into Harrods. They've been dealing with, say, let's take Dior or Gucci for 30 years. Then you come in as a new person and you manage to get on their shelf, right? The buyer or whatever, and I'm not quote unquote accusing anyone here, but the buyer or whoever's going around will say, whose brand is that? So maybe the staff would say, oh, that's Will.i.am's brand. Oh, this is, oh, you know, because they like the celebrity of the gentleman, you know, and he's a cool guy. But then they would tell Harrods or whoever, say, why is our brand that we've been doing business for 30 years next to a new brand? Move them.
Yeah.
Straight. And as a shop, what are you gonna say? That you've been doing business with this brand for 30 years and a new brand just come in. So then, if that happens enough, and then the shoe's is getting moved around the shop and not getting prime shelf space,
then it's hard.
Like it's a mechanic. People understand the mechanics that goes behind all these different things and positioning and wear and stuff, and that brand unfortunately coexist.
Yeah,
But I'm not saying that it's impossible, because you have a lot of influencers.
It's just difficult.
Yeah,
isn't it?
a lot of influencers now. Like, because I speak to a lot of brand new shoe brands, and I consult on a lot of brands. And if you have the right, as an influencer, if you have the right, and people say influencer, I don't care. The word is the word, isn't it? Like, but if you have the right type of network and audience, you can sell direct to consumer. But it's money, man. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and to get into stores, that's where the real thing is. So if you can sell independently, have your own store, have your own little following, that's cool. But then to break through and leap into stores, it takes years. But if you get in, that's what I'm saying. Like Will.i.am and that, they were cool getting in quite quickly, but then unfortunately
couldn't sustain.
And it's and I did help them as much as I could.
Right.
But I think Will, he had a different path.
You and Wretch linked together.
Wretch. Yeah. My God.
And started a business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so the business coexisted prior to us getting involved. So one of my best friends from school, he invested in a CBD franchise. Like, he invested in the company, and this was just before lockdown. And he was like, "Yo, like I'm gonna do this, boom, boom." So as he was doing it, he opened a shop in Cheshunt, and he brought me there, and then like I saw the shop from when it started to when it, and he gave me some muscle and joint rub, CBD muscle and joint rub for your pains and aches, and I'm so upset because I wanted to bring you some of that.
Yeah, bro. Wait, what is in the bag?
Yeah.
Is that connected to what you're talking about?
No, that's another brand I work with.
Okay,
yeah, so it's a footwear, it's a shoe protection brand and stuff. Okay. So I tried to bring something at least.
I hear that.
But yeah, so my mum's got arthritis, and I gave this muscle and joint rub to my mum, and she was like, "This is amazing, like absolutely amazing." And literally, so during lockdown, he was like, "Frank, we're doing all the shops in London. So the brand's called Green Machine. We're gonna take over all the shops. We're gonna open all the shops in London whenever you're ready." So literally during lockdown, I was like, "Boom! I'm gonna go. I'm gonna because we didn't know what was happening, and I was looking at different business to invest in. Like I've personally been self-employed for like 18 years. So I'm in business. I do different businesses, and I was looking for business to invest in, and I saw that this business is classed as a health shop, so you could open through pandemic. If he wanted to, he didn't. He just ended up but you can actually open through pandemic. So then I was like, let me set up a shop. So as I was setting up the shop, Wretch being from Tottenham, obviously we know each other, but he's really good friends with my friend's brother, and they hit me up, and they were like, "Yo, like Wretch wants to get involved in the Shoreditch shop." So it was the East London shop at the time, so it was between Box Park, Shoreditch, and another place on Brick Lane. But literally, the Box Park guys hit me back straight away, and then we made it happen. Right. And then Wretch, we had a meeting, like we'll just sit and we had a meeting, chopped up for like 4 hours and stuff.
And then you just connected like that.
Yeah, and then we all invested, and now we're investing in the parent company. So now we've got a few shops around London.
Talk to me about like CBD in particular.
CBD.
Anyway.
Okay, cool. So I'm not an expert. I don't want to go like I'm an expert. I'm still learning. But basically, CBD is the health extract from. So you have CBD, you have different cannabinoids that are extracts from cannabis or the marijuana plant or weed or whatever people may say. And what a lot of people don't know is marijuana, like, as a health thing, cures so many different things, so CBD itself helps with like anxiety, sleep, muscle and joints, just calming you down, just so many different things. It helps because our bodies produce something similar, so it aids to that, and it gives us a real healing aspect. Yeah.
Do you use it as well? Yeah,
I do. I use the CBD oils, and I use the muscle and joint rub as well.
Yeah. I know a few people that do actually. I know a few people that like use or that talk a lot about it. And that I actually haven't used it yet, but I should do. I should definitely give it a go. I've had like CBD. I've had like the sweets and stuff like that.
You use it a couple of times. Yeah, nice. Yeah, what do you think?
It was cool. So I used. I'm assuming it's oil, just in a little bowl.
Yeah.
Dab it on my tongue, and it was to like help me sleep. It didn't put me to sleep any faster, but I noticed when I woke up, I felt so refreshed.
Yes.
Like it was a deep sleep,
a proper
bro,
sleep.
like I haven't
Okay.
had in years. Like it was really good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but it didn't like put me.
It
to
didn't put you
sleep.
to sleep.
Nah.
But there was, you
But
felt
the
something.
sleep was sick. The
Yeah,
sleep was so
okay.
good, proper.
Yeah. And
The
that's
quality
what
of sleep.
that's what
Yeah.
it helps you. It relaxes you, helps you sleep more and stuff. you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, people have said it's good for cancer and things like
Right,
that. I mean, and I, I've seen the effects of different illnesses that's helped,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
That seems like a big business now as well.
yeah,
man.
yeah. It's
You see like
it's a-
well, when did people start talking about that?
yeah.
I think like I started probably hearing it prominently like the last couple of years. I started
It's
hearing
been around
it.
for a long time.
It's been around for, of course,
Yeah,
but
but-
like it
yeah.
actually being a big
being a thing. Yeah, being a thing.
The last couple of years, I
Yeah.
feel like I've just been hearing a lot of
Yeah.
people talking about that, and then the different the for and against arguments for it and stuff like that.
Because the funny thing is people don't even know why the real reason why marijuana and weed's illegal. People don't even know that. It's like if you ask someone, they say, "Oh, it's illegal because of this and all that," but it's actually connected directly to slavery. So so basically, the hemp plant, the marijuana plant, the plant was easier to make clothing back in the day than cotton. So all the slave owners, and mills, and they were like, "We can't have this plant because it will stop the slave trade because we don't need people to pick cotton, literally." And
Mad, I didn't know that.
And then they all got together and was like, this is going to be illegal. And then through the years or whatever, people was smoking it. Then they found, and also the first car was actually powered on hemp as well.
The first
Car was powered on hemp.
Really?
Yeah, the first car was powered on hemp. And the oil companies, the oil barons and all that, they all got together and was like, we can't have, because this would just kill, 'cause can you imagine if the greed wasn't set at that time? And
Right.
they said, you know what, let hemp, all this pollution would have just, let hemp be the driving, the power.
So then,
the plant is so strong in terms of its elements,
Right.
it can do so many different things. But the first couple cars, before they tried to make it oil, was powered by hemp.
that's
And
crazy.
electric, it was we had electric cars were actually prior to because electricity used to power cars, but prior to petrol and things like that.
You see what happens
Yeah.
when when there's these things happening and then people congregate together and they have an idea and the idea works, but then the powers that be are like, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
This becomes a bit too like we need to make sure that we
Indeed.
separate.
Indeed.
And you see that in so many different examples. Like this is probably really different, but I had a conversation with Rimsey yesterday.
Okay.
He's by the way, the man that he's turning into, bro, is sick.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
He's reading so much books. Like you can see that he's got so much information now. And this is a proper road, man.
I know.
Spent a lot of time in jail or whatever. Come out, invested in business and all of these things. So he was having a conversation, and he was saying to me that like, I can't remember exactly what the context was, but going to what you were saying, is that like, even in jail, when everyone sort of comes together and has an idea to do something, straight away they'll be in there like, yo, everyone's gonna separate.
That's it.
Like literally, you go over there, you go over there, because there's too much power in you lot coming together. And even maybe you could do something dangerous, but also maybe you could do something constructive, and that's not what we need right now.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it. And that's the way of the world. If you look at it, like it's just divide and conquer and change people's minds, and then profit of what they told you not to do. Because the US government became the biggest manufacturer of drugs during the wars. They used to give opium pills and heroin pills to their soldiers after their soldiers got shot as numbing agents, and they'll never tell you that. And most of the wars, that's why a lot of the soldiers that used to come back from wars would be drug addicts,
Right.
because they would take a lot of so if they can profit off it, of course.
There you go. And also a lot of the crack that was going into those hoods and stuff like that was also like the money, a lot of that was being funded for war and shit like that
and stuff. It was
So,
crazy.
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's deep, man. It's deep.
Yeah.
So you're a proper businessman and that though, man. You got bare things going on, bro. You just got bare things going on, man.
I try.
Is there anything else I need to know about? What else do I need to know about?
Well, I mean, So yeah, I mean, I've got cool. So retro store, like I said, we sell samples. That's the crease preventer that I got you. That's for
Oh, bro, I need that. Do you know what? By the way, enough gal need these type of things. Bro. I used to see bare creases in girls' trainers and shit, bro. Yeah. You know, like that. Like, I'm not even a man who's like, I don't really pay too much attention to those type of things. Yeah, but I don't. There's something about the creased Air Force One. I don't know what it is about that. There's something about that. Also, I've noticed as well, you see with Air Forces anyway, taken away from gender, I swear that they live and they die.
Yes.
So what I mean by that is that like, you see when you've bought them, they're alive. And like, you could wear them a couple of times and for whatever, you know when you see, have you ever seen a dead body before? Yeah. It's like a dead body. No matter, you could have worn it just a couple of times and it's like a dead body's come out of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And now it's just dead. And it's like, it's no matter how much you clean it, it's still just died. It just
you
died.
Have to buy a new pair, and that's what. So that product was actually created. It's called force field. So you put it in your shoe to stop it from actually a thing, you know. And then so I consult for that company.
Oh right.
You know, they're like one of the biggest footwear protection companies in the world.
And this is a little
protector.
A protector.
You know?
Yeah. I'm a man who keeps. I keep my my trainers box and I do protect them majority of the time. But more time, I just got the same trainers in rotation. You know?
Oh, honestly, I'm terrible with that.
Do you know? And I know it sounds crazy, but people will hate me for this. I'm the same. Unless I'm coming here, I try to match something. Like, put some Mauve on or something. Like,
if you got some type of event, you might stunt on them or whatever. What pair have you got that are the stunt though? You know when you walk in and man are like, oh my, what?
But like only the ones that if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh what? King of Chainers came in with the.
No, I mean,
like I noticed Ed came here with the
Yeezys. Yeah, the Yeezy ones. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Did
you clock straight away?
Yeah.
No.
I clocked straight away in the room, bro.
Let me tell you, before you start, when Ed came in, because Ed was like, because I take my trainers off when I'm speaking. He was like, yes, I take mine off, And then he was like, then I thought, nah, you ain't got to do that, man. You don't have to do that. And I noticed that he had some trainers on, and in my head I thought, yeah, those are probably the mad thing. But I didn't, because I'm not the trainer, Don. No. It was only until, afterwards, when the episode went out, everyone's like, oh, Ed's casually wearing the
Yeezy ones.
What
were they?
The Nike
Yeezy ones, Nike Yeezy ones.
Yeezy ones. And what is the mad significance about those ones?
Oh no, they're just like a the first, well, not the first Nike collaboration with. It's just, but it's Yeezy ones, like they're kind of a rare, what we call rare trainer.
And the red versions of them, the red Octobers are worth.
Yeah. So those are the So the Yeezy ones, like there was 3 different colorways. Then the Yeezy 2s, there was 4 different colors, and then you got the red Octobers. So
was that the 2s?
So the 2s, the Yeezy 2s are the red Octobers. So yeah, it's Yeezy 2s 3 different. I don't, because the thing about it, I'm trying to remember because I don't know what to crucify. Because the King said this. Yeah. So those are the Yeezy 2s, and he released the red Octobers. And this was actually because what makes them so notorious is they actually released after he actually left Nike and started to go against Nike and be like, and go crazy. And the way they released was so crazy because they just put them on the website and a little tweet, and that was it. And you had to get that. And if you sort of alert and you got them, but now they're like about 5K.
I was gonna say, what's the they're like 5 bags. The reselling price.
The 2s are around about 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah.
Sorry, the ones that Ed was wearing were about 2,000 to 3,000 if you can get it. But then the red October is about 5,000 up.
About 5 bags.
Yeah, 5,000. Yeah.